So you're just an actor on TV telling us your political views.
The United States is immoral. The United States has a history that's embarrassing. The United States is a sinful country.
Arun Brown
should be destroyed.
Party. No.
Corporate communism.
Somebody says C.K. Louis already.
C.K. Louis. C.K. Louis. C.K. Louis, the comedian.
Pendejo.
You go in the middle of the woods.
Porn can lead to demonic possession.
Uber cars.
You're welcome.
And the establishment says, Kambuga Shakamunda, Kunga Kingo, Buga Laka Bluga Blah, 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 Blah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome to show. This should be a great one.
Oh my god, Jijik, fix your phone.
Oh no, what happened? What happened there? What's going on? Oh no,
This crap is already going wrong.
Oh my god, Jijik's having technical issues already. Good God. Good sweet God in heaven. You know?
oh yeah. Oh, this is a dramatic one.
Corporate communism.
Oh, it's too boring. Will Greg make an appearance tonight? Somebody asked. Is Greg on the line?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, dude?
We got Greg. Greg, your voice sounds different than usual.
How about now, dude? It sounds better now.
Greg, how have you been?
Not great, dude. Not great.
What's wrong?
I actually have, you're not gonna believe this, but I somehow have COVID-20.
What is COVID-20?
It's a worse version.
What? Why do you have a worse version of COVID?
I went to a combination hugging / spitting in each other's mouth rave.
You went to a rave?
Yeah, it sort of sounds like the music that's playing now. That's how it was. But we were just spitting it into each other's faces. It's sort of a way to grounding.
I've heard the word grounding. I don't know what it.
Yeah, it sort of grounds you to reality and all this kind of crap, you know?
Okay, I don't understand.
Yeah. It grounds you to spit into each other's mouth. It kind of just like centers you. But now I would say very close to dying at this point.
Okay. Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that, Greg.
You know what? Actually, I'm flatlining right now.
Oh my god, Greg? Oh, Greg died again. Greg died again, guys. Greg died again. Unbelievable. Yeah, a grounding spit rave he was at. Jeez. And he died. Zizek does need to fix his tech issues. Zizek, did you get that phone fixed?
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Oh no! Oh god, my Discord is fucked up. I think my Discord did something wrong. What do I do in the settings?
You want me to walk you through the settings of Discord?
Yes, walk me through step by step. I don't know. You know, I'm one of those guys No one knows how old I am.
Yeah, from what I understand, you're pretty old.
Yes, I don't know what this crap is. I bought one of those Nintendo Switch,
Yeah, you bought a Nintendo Switch.
and I was like, how do I call my son on this?
You thought it was a phone.
Yes, I didn't know. I'm old guy.
Yeah, Zizek is one of those guys I don't really know how old he is, you know?
McPee, a cheerleading afternoon for capitalism, and McPee on socialism.
Guys, welcome to the program. Let's see if I can get Pian, are you there?
Hello.
P! Welcome to the show, P.
What up, all my perverts and pendejos?
P, you're a classic guy. These pendejos love you.
Pendejo.
You know? They love to hear it. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just been chilling lately, applying for jobs and
Applying for jobs? Where do you want to work? What would be the ideal situation here?
probably another screen printing place.
Ooh, that's a cool job.
A different one. Yeah, I used to do it for a while, and then the place I was at I didn't like.
Oh, what was the deal? Were they like, you're working overtime, Pian, for no extra money? Were they doing that kind of stuff?
I just was really appreciated for the work that I was doing.
Oh,
you know?
it's never enough, right? With some of these jobs, they're like, unless you're bleeding into the equipment or you're bleeding out into whatever the dishes you serve or whatever you're doing, it's never enough.
Yeah,
it's never enough with these.
Pendejo.
But Pian, before we go on, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, what's
And
up?
I do have a surprise for you, but before that, what's your zodiac sign, Pian?
Leo.
Leo. Okay, let's see what the deal. This is a new segment on the show. Leos, from what I understand, are leaders. So that might be good for this job search. You're like, give me that job. You know, you just tell them, give me that job.
Yeah, like a leader.
Yeah, you're a leader. You're like, give me that job. Or you could just show them your driver's license and be, look, I'm a leader. Like if they ask you, like, what are your good qualities? Well, I'm a Leo. Leader. Idiot. And then
I'm
say,
also
idiot.
the oldest sibling. I'm the oldest sibling, so I'm the strongest and the oldest, so so respect your elders.
Just say that. When they start dragging that ass into these whatever they're called, auditions, job auditions. Just say that, okay?
Yeah.
But let's see. This is from Allure magazine, which is some kind of ladies' makeup magazine, but it has all this crap. Roll out the red carpet because Leo has arrived. Passionate, loyal, and infamously dramatic. Is that true, Pian? You're a drama?
What is that? Infamously dramatic.
Are you on that bullshit?
I guess it's general enough that it fits me, kinda. That's the whole thing about the horoscopes thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good about being a story that you can
exactly. You can just project yourself onto. You know what though? I'm a Virgo, and I feel like that one fits pretty well because it's kind of specific. It's like, well, you know what? It can probably fit everybody because they're like, I'm whatever, obsessed with organizing things or whatever Virgos are. Leo is represented by the lion, and these spirited fire signs are the kings and queens of the celestial jungle. You could say that too to these new screen printing places. Be like, ever heard of the celestial jungle, you idiots?
Do you know your Chinese Chinese year?
I think I'm
an animal.
I think I'm a rooster. What are you?
93. I wanted to say rat, but now I'm not sure. Completely.
That would be a good one to be the year of the rat. I'm a rat. This is,
Gotta
I
grease the
think this
cars
is,
and-
I think this is the best way to apply for a job, though. To be like, I'm a rat, and I'm loyal, and I am a leader because of my arbitrary birth date.
Yeah, put that in my resume.
They're delighted to embrace their royal status, vivacious, theatrical,
Pendejo.
and fiery. Leos love to bask in the spotlight and celebrate, well, themselves. Little attitude in this description.
Yeah.
But do you think that generally fits your vibe?
To be honest, it's hard to think of what fiery like is specific, like what.
Well, one example would be like somebody who's kind of like breaking the rules, like throwing their dog doo-doo into construction site. Like
Oh yeah, I guess that's fiery behavior.
Exactly.
Fiery personality.
That's pretty fiery, in my opinion. Well, I have one other thing to tell you, P. One other thing to tell you, which is I watched I actually couldn't find like a legit copy of Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, but I did watch a lot of it. I still have to finish it, but I will say David Bowie.
I didn't overhype it.
No, it's a great movie, and it's a surprisingly like important, story and all that stuff, and great soundtrack. Holy moly!
Yeah, the as I was saying last time I was on, the guy who plays Captain Lanoy is also the guy that made the score for the movie.
Oh,
and
right.
He was told to like make the music as the character you're playing, and like just like I don't know if I already said all this part, but like the director Nagisa Oshima gave Sakamoto like months to work on the score.
Why?
And like when it came back, like he listened to it once and said it was good. He had nothing to
No
like
notes?
add to it.
Wow.
No notes whatsoever.
Wow.
And so like it's purely like his, which is really interesting.
Here's some of the score. Though, you know what? I will say also, David Bowie, man, what a talented guy. Like, I'm going to say something that nobody has ever said. David Bowie, very talented guy. Kind of a great actor.
Yeah. Surprisingly, like a lot of that movie was like improvised in like two lines, or like like David Bowie was talking about like there was probably like no more than 2 takes, like rarely, like the whole time. And like he allowed a lot of improvisation, which is interesting because like the Tom Conti had to learn Japanese,
Right.
and
because he's the
think
one,
a lot of
he's the one guy who spoke it in the, or the one American, I guess, who spoke it in the, or the non-Japanese native or whatever who spoke it.
And I think that goes the same with like a lot of the Japanese like actors, and like they like I've watched it with and without subtitles. Like I can understand them like well, like, and they're still like giving their lines. I don't know. It's
You're
just
welcome.
like it did a very good job at like it could have just been like gobbledygook or talking and say like that's good, but
somebody said David perverts Bowie. They're calling David Bowie a pervert in the chat. What do you think of that? That seems unwarranted.
I don't know his perverted history.
He could be. Yeah. Who knows, right? But I will say I agree with Ryan Carroll. He was good in Twin Peaks too. Just all around great actor, Dave Bowie. Well, Pian, really quickly, do you have anything else to say before I flush that ass?
Happy New Year. thanks for having me on, and I'll be talking to you some other time.
Well, Pian, I think things are looking good because I just looked up your horoscope and your hard efforts to improve your life are finally showing results, Leo.
Oh, that's good news.
That's pretty vague, but we believe it here. And Pian, come back next week. We'll do a more thorough review of Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, all right?
All right, sweet.
Bye-bye, Pian. Love ya.
Love ya.
Good guy, P.
That is great, guy. He's one of the great. He's one of the things that redeems this piece of crap show.
Hey, Zhizhit, come on.
No, what will you do? What will you do?
What do you mean, what will I...
What are you going to do? I can say whatever I want, and you can do nothing about it.
I will do something about it.
I dare you. I dare you to try. I will take you down.
Are you... So you're threatening me to fight?
Yes, I will kill you. You don't know. Do you know why I was eating all those dogs when I was rashing down the street?
No, why?
Well, because I was trying to get strong to defeat you. All those dogs, all that protein from those dirty New York street dogs, they go right to my muscles, and I kill you, you piece of crap.
God. Zhizhik, you're totally different on this show. Usually you're just like talking about Hegel and all this crap, you know, and then you, on this show, you just kind of threaten me and lose your mind.
Yes, I admit I had a few drinks tonight before the show. I take it back, I'm sorry.
Okay. Wow. Zhizhik, typical Zhizhik. People are saying ban Pian. Saying it for me to ban Pian. No, I'm not. He's not getting banned. He's a nice guy, you know. Give him a break. Okay, guys, we will talk about. Looks like Patton Oswalt is having some kind of a problemo of some kind. Poor old Patton. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, here we go. Patton Oswalt did this thing where he's like he posed for a picture with this guy David Chappelle, who's some kind of a comedian, from what I understand. And then I guess a lot of people are mad at him about this. Let's see here. I guess this is sort of apology. I saw a friend I hadn't seen I guess this is a post. I guess he got some hate, but I did look at that picture on Instagram. I was like, are people freaking out? Are people freaking out that this guy posed with David Chappelle? And it all looked like people were like, epic. They were just saying, epic. Two epic comedians, epic.
Oh my God, dude.
They were saying that, and they were also saying, where's
C.K. Louis, the comedian?
Who is Patton Oswalt going to pose with next?
C.K. Louis, the comedian.
So he wrote this long apology. He also is like, I don't know, he's doing a very... I love Patton. Patton Oswalt's one of my favorite just people, period, I would say, but it's a little heavy-handed. I saw a friend I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve. We've known each other ever since we were teens. He's a fellow comedian, the funniest I've ever met. I wanted to post a pic and an IG story about it, so I did. The friend is Dave Chappelle.
Corporate communism.
Take the towers down now.
34 years we've been friends. He's refocused and refined ideas a lot of us. Oh boy, this is going on and on. History and a life on the planet Earth, and spun them around with a phrase or a punchline. We've done bad and good gigs, open mics and TV tapings, but we've also 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation. I support trans people's rights, anyone's rights, to live safely in the world as their fullest selves. For all the things he's helped me evolve on, I'll always disagree with where he stands now on transgender issues, but I also don't believe a seeker like him is done evolving. Learning. You know someone that long, see the struggles and changes, it's impossible to cut them off. But, man. Yeah, I don't know. Look, Patton Oswalt, one of my favorite guys. One of my favorite guys. I don't think it I don't think it was necessary. I don't think anybody was like in his chat like, you piece of shit, you posed with Dave Chappelle. But definitely Dave Chappelle seems to be, my whole thing was just that he seems to be having a very having a very hard time with a very easy to understand issue, which is like, look, trans people are just people, and some of them are not nice, and not nice to you, and some of them are nice, just like anybody else. And he can't seem to get that. He's like, some were mean to me, so now there's an issue where I have to like just throw them all into the same net. Dave Chappelle is the Deacons. Dave Chappelle is a lot richer than Shane Gillis, so it makes sense. Patton Oswalt has was decent Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I saw some of that. Besides that, he's just that guy on any... Well, I mean, as an actor. I think he deserves to... Yeah, the main problem I have with him is what he did to JFK. I mean, I don't know why people are focusing on this Dave Chappelle stuff when, you know, he went around the electoral process and the democracy, and he was just like, I'm gonna get rid of that guy. That's pretty sick.
Yes, that was wrong of what he did there. He was up in that book depository. What was he doing up there? He was like, oh, I'm going to read some of these old library books. Oh, maybe I'll keep president too.
So you think it was just a coincidence?
Yes, I think he was maybe he got mad. You know, he was up there reading some, you know, he was reading like Thomas Pynchon or some crap, and he was like, I don't understand this. What is all this? I can't get it. And he got mad, so he said, I'll take my anger out on JFK.
That is probably the worst JFK murder conspiracy theory I've heard.
No, it's great. Again, do you want to get into some crap with me? I told you I'll eat those dogs for protein. I will get you. I'm strong.
Okay. Can you please stop threatening me?
No, I cannot. I will never. You don't tell me what to do. You are cancelled, Kasia, to me, and I hate you.
Okay. Jeez. Slavoj Žižek, he doesn't live up to his reputation as, you know, this genius of philosophy on this thing. So poor old Patton Oswalt. I don't know what he's doing. There are people on it's one of those things where it's like where it seems like the average person is just like, yeah, I don't really care, but then there are these people on somebody says on Twitter, genuinely disappointed in you. Tim Pool. Oh, we got Tim Pool chiming in. Shocker. Patton Oswalt should be ashamed for supporting Dave Chappelle. Comedy is not... Wait, what? Patton Oswalt should be ashamed for supporting Dave Chappelle. Comedy is not about making people laugh. It's about family and being safe. Patton Oswalt defended his decision to perform with embattled comedian, and the comedian shared a post. Is Tim being ironical here? Very funny from Tim Pool there on this one. Oh, let's talk to some more people. We got some other stuff to talk about. We'll talk about Prince Andrew. And look, you know, I don't know I feel like at this point, this Dave Chappelle stuff is he's just trying to he's just juicing this thing for attention at this point. Patton Oswalt literally killed Nazis in World War II. People are so quick to forget. Yeah, I mean, now suddenly he poses with this guy, you know, who people are mad at. Now all that heroic stuff he did in World War II goes right down the drain. I mean, he didn't. What a crazy life Patton has lived, you know. World War II hero. Then he kind of, I don't know what happened. He kind of decided to kill the president, and now he's and of all this, the thing that people get mad at him about is posing with this guy. Okay, let's talk to some more people. Z-Man, are you there?
Hello.
Z, what up, Z?
What's good, Brown?
Hey, what's good, son? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm chilling. Nothing much more than that, though. I don't know. Thinking about the new year.
Somebody in the chat says, get Liz Brunig on to do an Elizabeth Holmes impression. I feel like she could do that. Does she do that? I've never heard it, but I feel like she could.
Hello? My name is Elizabeth Holmes. Is that how I talk? Hello? Hello?
She's kind of got the Jordan Peterson syndrome. But anyway, sorry, Z-Man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. My car got set on fire the other day.
Whoa, what happened? Do you have one of those Teslas with the exploding batteries or whatever?
No, it was like New Year's, and
Oh.
a ball drop happened, I guess, and I was inside chilling.
Oh.
And some people were lighting off fireworks, I guess, and like I live in Philly, so sometimes they pick up the trash late, I guess because of like the holidays and stuff, and there's like all this trash piled up next to my car, and it ignited and completely engulfed the car behind me and burned up my car pretty bad.
Oh, good God. Wait, how exactly did it catch on fire?
I didn't see it. It was just like some fireworks, like I guess happened.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I just walked outside. Like I was inside and I was kind of like I'd been drinking, so I was a little buzzed. And I looked out the window and they're like flashing red lights, and I was like, "Shit! I hope a shooting didn't happen again." So I kind of live in like the hood a little bit. Like there's like shootings and stuff like that a lot. Like there's this shooting at the liquor store I was going to a lot the other night. Like this one, I was going to a liquor store. Like I went a couple nights during this week, and then like the one night I didn't go, there was like a shooting there.
Oh, well, that's good that you weren't there.
Yeah, but yeah, I was inside and I saw these flashing lights, and I opened up the window and like because I saw flashing lights, but like I was looking at the backyard. My window was facing the backyard of my house, and so I opened it up and I heard people yelling, and I was like, I hope there wasn't a shooting. Like I don't want to get involved. But I went downstairs and I saw it was like in the front yard. And I opened the door and I saw there's like this fire truck on the street, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, yo, was there like I just saw this lady yelling, like, oh my God, that's my car. Like so I ran up, put my clothes on, and I walked outside. I was like, oh shit, I think I parked like close to there. And I walked down and I was like, oh shit, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And,
boy. So
I guess,
this thing would you describe it as engulfed?
The car behind it was completely like destroyed, like engulfed. Like at least the front part, like at least the hood and everything, like the engine was completely destroyed. But my car was mostly just like it wasn't completely engulfed. Like my tire got melted real bad, and there's obviously like a lot of fire damage, and like my rear tail light, my rear passenger tail light was like completely destroyed.
This is disgusting. This is unfortunate. But I gotta say, I'm so sorry to hear this. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna ride a bike now? Or you're like, I
live in Philly, so
is Philly unfriendly to pedestrians? And
Philly's actually one of the best pedestrian cities in the country. I think, like rated. It's it's one of about like what is it? What was it? It was GM destroyed, like they bought up all the trolley cars. You heard about that conspiracy or whatever? Like when they did that back. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard things like this, that they bought it all up and like destroyed them so that people need cars.
I forget what the exact conspiracy is, but if you try to like Google it or something like similar to what like I'm describing, basically like they bought up all the trolley cars and then they just like destroyed them to entice people to like buy cars. But Philly and like other cities like San Francisco were one of the only cities to like survive kind of that stuff. They'll have trolley cars in around, so like I can take there's like a trolley that goes straight to my work, and I was just riding my bike to work every day anyways.
Okay, I got a couple questions to fire away at you before I let you go. Which is what's fun to do in Philly? What do you do? What's like a fun night?
Party.
I think the only reason like I was really interested in living here was like there was a big music scene here. There's like there are a lot of punk bands and stuff like that, and people can afford houses here. So like, and everybody has a basement. So there are tons of like basement shows and stuff. Like some famous bands in Philly, like like Snowing, and like a lot of like emo bands and stuff like that were really big. Like that's what I did the other like, and you can get like a cheesesteak at like 3 in the morning. So that's I went to a party the other day. And there were a bunch of bands there playing, and then like they jammed, and I jammed with them afterwards.
Okay.
3 in the morning, we just walked to this cheesesteak place and eat like cheesesteaks when we were drunk and shit. That's pretty much what you do.
So this is like, you're like I want to live somewhere where I can eat something a big heavy meat and a liquid cheese sandwich at like 3 in the morning.
No, not necessarily. Like I moved to Philly mostly because I kind of like needed housing at the time, and I had to look up and I had plans, but like I don't know if I want to stay here permanently. But there was like a big music scene. Like it's a good place to meet young, hip, cool people.
People in the chat are saying you sound like a Virgo. Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. Okay, let's look you up. Hold on.
I'm a Libra rising, Pisces sun, Virgo moon. Actually, I think. No. Yeah, I'm a Virgo moon.
Okay, but technically you're a Pisces, or you were born within... Okay. If you looked up the word psychic in the dictionary, there would definitely be a picture of Pisces next to it. Pisces is the most intuitive, sensitive, and empathetic sign in the whole entire zodiac. And that's because it's the last of the last. What does that mean? As the final sign, Pisces has absorbed every lesson, the joys and the pain, the hopes and the fears, learned by all of their other signs. It's symbolized by 2 fish swimming in opposite directions, representing the constant division of Pisces' attention between fantasy and reality. Does that ring true to you, Z-Man?
I mean, the problem with this whole astrology thing is like, I feel like it does ring true, but I was talking to this girl who is from India, and so apparently...
And you were, wait, let's back up. And you were using this astrology stuff to try to like do romantic pervert stuff.
No, she was
you
using
were like,
she brought it up, but I don't do that. I'm not manipulative like that. But
you were like, I represent the constant division of a Pisces attention to fantasy and reality. She's like, what are you talking about? You're just reading it off your phone. And she's like,
no. Here's the thing. Like, I think astrology's fun and all that, and I think that if you know something about it, it can help you talk to girls, because girls do seem to like it a lot. Obviously,
your tricks.
Drawn to like try to manipulate people, but I don't.
All your tricks have been revealed here. Now.
But I don't know. I was talking to this girl. She told me, she's like, oh, well, there's actually like an Eastern astrology that's like a different version. That's like the same, but your astrology signs are all different. And I was like, when she told me that, and then she told me my signs and that, and I was like, oh, I relate to those too. I was like, okay, now I don't know if I believe this anymore.
It leaves a lot of space for you to kind of do it. But I like the idea. Tell me if you like the idea, because Pian, this guy Pian, very nice guy. He's trying to get a job at a printing place. Don't you think it's a good idea to go into your job interview and be like, well, I'm a Leo, so I'm a leader. Just answer all the questions with horoscope stuff.
Oh my god, dude. I was the other day when I first moved here to Philly, I went in for an interview at this like brewery, like tap kind of place. And she asked me, the chick interviewing it literally asked me my astrology sign. She asked me what my astrology sign is, and she told me like hers, and then she like asked me what I thought about her astrology sign.
Oh boy. Now when it's used in reverse, that could be kind of troubling. She's like, oh, he's a Pisces, so he's he's learned his lesson, but I don't know. I kind of want to hire a Leo to just going back. That's where it gets a little troubling. But anyway, Z-Man, I'll let you go. I want to visit Philly soon. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I don't know, fun things to do in Philly. Like, I think like I don't know what people like place you go to for fun necessarily. Like, there's some nice parks and stuff like that. I don't know about that stuff.
If I visited, would you take me to one of these basement shows? And I'll be like, hello, fellow children. I'm
I think
a punk
a lot
too.
of people haven't been doing them because COVID.
Oh.
Because like that. Unfortunately, like Omicron broke out, and now everybody's kind of like trying to hide away. And you kind of like got to be involved and I guess kind of know people to really get him. Like I don't know, a lot of people have said the scene's kind of died down and changed and stuff from what it was. But like, yeah, what I'm saying is that like, I don't know. The thing about Philly is like it's got really good people, and you know people. I mean, I guess you could say that about a lot of places, but there's a lot of fun to be had in the city. I guess you know people. But I guess that's probably anyway, right?
All right, Zeman, you get in the flush because I don't know. Zeman's going on, and it sort of
sounds like he don't want you to go to his shows.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I got all these good basement shows. And I'm like, can I go to one? And then he's like,
yes. And then he's like, oh, actually, no, there's none.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I go. It's weird because I got email from him. He said, do you want to go to basement show with me to see noise band? Actually, my band will be opening at one of those Philly noise shows.
You're gonna perform your noise band.
Yes. Do you know what it's called?
No, what is it called?
Pure Ideology.
Yeah, your noise band, Pure Ideology, is gonna play at one of these Philadelphia basement shows.
Yes, I'm opening for those guys that he was saying. I don't know. After the show, I just kind of wander around, look for food in the house, you know.
Okay, great. You're a horrible guest. Well, check out Slavoj Žižek's noise. He's probably got a band camp. Pure Ideology. Hey RM, have you seen the latest drama about our fave MAGA Tom Segura being kink shamed for writing an article about being in an open relationship? I saw something about that. MAGA Tom Segura, Tim Pool's friend, whatever that guy's name is. I kind of started reading it, you know, about MAGA Tom Segura, and I was just like, this guy's too boring. That's the thing. These guys are so boring, you know? Like you don't get anything out of reading about those idiots. They're all doing the same crap. Zizek's first album is obviously called The Crucial. Is it an open relationship if you just bring your wife, new men, like a stray cat? Wow. MAGA Tom Segura and IRL Tom Segura got into trouble for posting a threesome softcore video together. You know what's weird is that you guys know who Rob Riggle is? I saw Rob Riggle perform a long time ago. Now I always thought of him as a kind of a decent comedian. Now he's performing with Adam Carolla. And it is just like the worst. It's on Daily Wire. You can see it. It's just like, man, what happened, Rob? I guess Rob ain't getting no job. Arm Brown is the guy you would tell about underground shows, but wouldn't want to bring him, right? I never get those invites, you know? Invite must have gotten lost. We'll get back to that. You know?
Yes, get back to that. Get back, you do what I say.
No, I don't do it.
Yes, you do what I say, I'll get you.
Okay, great. Oh my god, why? Why did you do that? Now the tech problems have gotten physical. The tech problems have become physical because there's just like wires everywhere now. Unbelievable. This crap. I was gonna read about the Prince Andrew thing. I don't know if you guys know about these, but he's one of the guys who's like, he's one of the guys from the Epstein thing who's just like, yikes. This guy, he's doing some real troubled crap. Rob Riggle is an ex-Marine. True, I forgot about that. That might be part of it, is that he's just like, he's still got maybe the military put some right-wing stuff into his brain. But actually, like, he came to town forever ago touring with Janine Garofalo, like 10 years ago. He always just seemed like sort of a like a comedian's comedian. Thank you, Najee, for the $5. Should check out a band called the Alex Jones Prison Planet. It's just a metal band. Yeah, you know what? I have seen that. I have seen that, and I gotta say, Alex Jones, man, it's no denying he is one of the great. He's one of the great performers of our time. My girlfriend only slightly enjoys the R.M. Brown show, but she does say crap in a Slavoy accent now. Yeah, that's a lot of this stuff. A lot of people say that. Like, I don't like this show, but a lot of this weird stuff is sticking in my head. Like the Slavoy accent and the weird drops and stuff. There's a thing, I gotta say this too. There's a thing that people do in the Discord where people will put, Chippy says let me, they'll put it in their name. Chippy says let me in. So we'll let the Deacons in. Deacons, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Deke, what up?
What up, homeboy? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well.
Happy New Year. Oh, I meant to say, guys, anybody who chimes in, who calls in on the Discord, if you have some New Year's resolutions, let's hear what they are. Maybe we can hold you to account to do them, you know?
That's exactly why I don't have any. That way no one can get me with that nonsense.
Oh.
I have no standards and no ambitions.
Very good. That's why we love you here at the program, Deacons.
Well, I've been doing good work for you as a producer. I was able to score you another interview. It's not with Hassan. I'm still working on that. But I got you a pretty decent size streaming celebrity. Are you familiar with Lance of the Surfs?
Yes.
He would love to talk to you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I have seen him retweet stuff and like tweets from me. So yeah, let's talk to him. I like him.
Yep, I both subbed to him and produced for you, so I used my clout to get his attention. And he was like, yes, I love RM's show and would love to talk to you. So congratulations, you're working your way up.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'll follow up with you on this, but they're Canadian, right? Lance is Canadian?
Super Canadian.
Super Canadian. You can kind of hear it in the accent. There's a little
bit
of...
He speaks French.
Oh, he does? He's a French Canadian boy?
He speaks French.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Well, that'll be
so,
cool.
You know, you're welcome, you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
That's amazing. I owe you big time, Deacons.
It's all my pleasure to be part of the RM Brown experience, but I'm wondering if maybe you didn't see a plea from me on the video, so I want to restate it here. Put you on the spot if that's okay. Yeah, do you remember your Patreon only video on education in America?
You're gonna have to remind me.
It's totally fine. You were talking about, you know, Chuck Kirk and all these psychos who are obsessed with masculinity, and yet they hate China, where they're all about teaching masculinity.
Right. You're not allowed to be one of these sissy boys on TV in China, supposedly.
I think it's hands down one of your best videos of 2021, and I think it's a shame that it's behind the rope line. I think it should be available for all to see, because it's really illuminating on the inherent contradiction of current conservative masculinity and how much they claim to hate China, except all the things that China does that they secretly love.
Man, there's a lot, like it's like, I don't know, probably one of the creepiest things I've ever seen and heard is that guy who went on, and remember, Tucker Carlson, like that guy gets mad, like even compared to these compared to all those lunatics, those lunatics on like YouTube, like these giant channels like Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro, he's like destroying them like with views, you know. And he had this guy in his show that said, we need people in the military who want to sit on a throne of Chinese skulls. He brought this guy that's like one of the most...
Sounds great.
It's one of the most demented things I've ever heard. Like, and they're all doing this. They're all doing this like Red Scare China stuff, and it's right out of the Cold War playbook of like, let's get these people fired up about this thing as a distraction, as nonsense. Like we're gonna go to war with like our main trading partner, and these people who are all about American corporations. What, we're gonna stop doing business with? Like it makes no sense from their side of things, and it's just like absurd how stupid it is.
And the real irony, and I'm using irony correctly here, is this guy, this psycho, was actually almost certainly sitting on what is effectively a throne of Chinese skulls, because you can bet the chair he was sitting in was probably made in China, and probably no fewer than 3 Chinese children had to die in order to make it. So in a sense, he was already sitting upon the throne of skulls that he desired.
I think you're right.
He forgot, I guess.
I think you're right. Oh, I'm using my iPhone. I'm using my new iPhone, which was my Chinese skulls iPhone as well. Great.
Exactly. Your phone just made of the bones of Chinese children and their tears.
Well, Deacons, can I ask you a question? What's your zodiac sign, please? Unless you don't want to say.
I'm a Cancer.
Ooh. Okay, let's get your vibe real quick. You tell me if this sounds accurate, okay?
Go for it.
Represented by the crab. That's pretty cool. That right? Do you like that, or you hate that? That you're
I'm a big fan of crabs. I love eating them. I love raving with them.
Those dancing crabs on the beach?
Those are my homies.
Oh. Yeah, they're cool, right? They're a very weird animal, but yes, they're good for eating, and they're good for just the way they're kind of weird. Cancer seamlessly weaves between the sea and the shore, representing Cancer's ability to exist in both emotional and material realms. Does that sound accurate?
I mean, I am a producer, so I clearly exist in a material realm, if nothing else.
Oh, very good, very good. Do you have this? Some people have this. This is a great trait in some people, where they can be very sort of let's just say left-brained, but then they can slip out of that and be sort of, they're sort of shapeshifters in their vibe. Are you like that?
Oh yeah, I totally have ADHD, 100%.
Very good. Cancers are highly intuitive, and their psychic abilities manifest in tangible spaces. But just like the hard-shelled crustaceans, this water sign is willing to do whatever it takes to protect itself emotionally. Oh, we're getting into the tough stuff here. Is that true, Deacons?
That's absolutely true. I don't put up with anybody that's going to put me in a bad place emotionally. They just get yeeted right out of my life. And things stay nice and cool for me.
Yeet those fools right out. Did Lance from the Surfs try any of that stuff with you?
Oh, no. He's so nice. Man, Lance
nice
from the
guy.
Surfs might be the nicest of all Canadians, and that's really saying something.
He does seem like a yeah, totally. I get like friendship, like I would want to be friends with him, and he would never let you down kind of thing.
I feel like he talked to Lauren Southern because he genuinely believed that he might be able to help her see the light. He's just that nice.
Maybe he thought in his mind, I can save her.
Yeah, maybe with the power of Canada, where people like Peterson and Crowder and those psychos have failed, maybe he could help.
Oh, very good. He's one of the good Canadians, we like to say on this program.
He's taking the towers down, if those towers are right-wing conservative psychos.
I love it. Deacons, it's always good to talk to you, and I'll get you offline for this, okay?
Looking forward to your message, and guess what? You failed again, you murdering trash.
Bye-bye. See if we can.
It means these people are perverts.
No.
You failed again, you murdering trash. You failed again, you murdering trash.
Good guy, that Deacons. What do you think? Zizek, are you there?
Yes, great guy. Great guy. But, I will say this, I don't like Canada.
You don't like Canada, why not?
I don't know what's going on over there. They won't let me in anymore.
What did you do in Canada?
I caused some problems. Again, you know how every time I come on here I have a few drinks? Well, I had more than a few drinks in Canada.
Wow. Zizek's a real man. It's surprising, like what he's what You never meet your heroes. Never meet your heroes, they say. And that's a more than true with Zizek. Have you ever heard of the Austin band Peace Fuzz? Sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen them live. It works the other way. We'll read some chats, guys. Yes, the Astrology 101 thing, I think is pretty. This guy's saying it's pretty useful. Monotron fan is saying it's useful for dating app game. I think it could be useful for that, because just like if you run out of things to talk about, you could just be like, oh, you both exist in the physical and emotional realm. You could just start saying that stuff. Or you could like PN, you could use it for job interviews. You know what I mean? What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I did actually want to talk about this. So there's this thing these perverts.
It means these people are perverts. Perverts.
These perverts over at NASA. Is it NASA or NASA? NASA. These perverts over at NASA they're trying to shoot this telescope. Let me see. Maybe I could bring this up. I find this crap kind of interesting, but they're shooting this telescope into the skies, into the space skies, I call them. This is supposed to be like the most powerful crap ever, more powerful than the Hubble crap. And supposedly, they are going to see aliens with this crap, dude. They're going to see aliens, dog.
Uber cars.
Supposedly they're going to see aliens, bro. And if you watch the videos about this thing really seems like it's going to break up there in space, though. That's the thing about it, is that there's all these like little moving pieces on it. It's like a Legos, this thing. And it just looks like it's going to go up there and snap. But if not, it will see aliens. So, we will start needing to mobilize the military to take their resources. You know what I mean? Virgos only exist in the metaphysical realm. It's quite hard to interact with other humans, physical objects, putting food into my ethereal mouth, etc. Yes. Yeah, I was going to talk about Don't Look Up. I actually really liked it. I was anticipating a more annoying movie, and there are annoying things about it. Jennifer Lawrence, I don't know. There's just like little jokes in it that kind of got on my nerves. But generally, great movie. And I will say, Meryl Streep and Jonah Hill. I mean, perfect. Also, I thought it was kind of funny that they're like, they have like the first female president, because there's a lot of, this sort of liberal thing of just like, yeah, just get a female president. That's what matters. And she's horrible. She's horrible, and her like moron son, this nepotism thing. It had its annoying parts, but yeah, generally very good. And David Sirota has been tweeting his butt off about it. So I watched that. The other thing that I watched, and we'll get into the, because this was very popular last week, the best frontman list. Yeah, I am going to talk about James Dore too. But the best frontman list, people were going crazy for that. I'm still getting messages. They're like, what about Jello Biafra? And I'm like, what is this? Oh yeah, we were doing that. Forgot about that. So yeah, Jello Biafra and all these people. Speaking of that, I don't know, musical frontmen or whatever, I watched that movie. I found this on HBO Max, Desperately Seeking Susan. I watched, which I haven't seen since I was a little kid. And man, oh man, what a good movie. What a good movie. If anybody hasn't seen it, I think it's still on HBO Max. Go watch Desperately Seeking Susan. Madonna. Oh my God. Madonna's doing some pretty... She's on some, I guess, from what I hear, she's on some bullshit lately. But man, oh man. Man, oh man, is she good in that movie. Man, oh man. How about Mike Patton? A lot of people brought up Mike Patton last time, too. Yeah, he's good. He's a weird guy. He seems like a weird guy, and I kind of like him for that. He's almost like a Vincent Gallo kind of guy. That's the vibe I get off of him. Anyway, so the Jimmy Dore thing. If anybody listened to the, I was just kind of in the background listening to. Let me see if I can get him. See if I can get it. This guy. Oh, damn it.
Toilet. Toilet. Hello, Tushy. Hello, Tush. Hello, Tushy. Take the bolt cutters.
I was listening to that guy's show today, and they were talking about Jimmy Dore was talking about that guy. I've watched a couple videos of this guy, Sean. He's a YouTuber who does these kind of like fact check essays, usually on right wing stuff. He kind of like makes fun of right wingers and stuff. This guy Sean, and he was kind of like making fun of James Dore and saying like, yeah, this guy's what we all kind of know that he's spreading COVID misinformation. And honestly, now like after seeing that New York Times thing about how COVID deaths are actually going up among the less vaccinated group than before the vaccine, I'm sort of like, man, oh man, this is seriously, people are getting killed on account of this stuff now. Because it's so mainstream. I mean, Joe Rogan's one of the most popular, personalities out there, and he's spreading this crap too. But James Dore definitely is part of it too. We're gonna cell phone. You're gonna have to send me a picture of Michael Tracy's voluptuous girlfriend. But so Sammy Cedar,
take the bolt cutters,
did this thing where he played a clip where Jimmy Dore and I guess Max Blumenthal, his guest, they were saying that Sean is financed by the CIA. Like he's a cutout, basically is what they were saying. Which like, I mean, look, my original thought on Jimmy Dore was just that he's kind of like he's generally, seems to be like in support of a lot of the things that I support, like Medicare for all and all this crap that would help people, and that we are way past due on. So I was generally like, oh yeah, he's like an ally and all this stuff. I would join forces with him, but he is absolutely some combination of kook and just like complete con artist, because the thing with the CIA thing is when people start getting into that, it's uniquely offensive because the CIA has done horrible stuff, and it's not like it's out there. You can read about it. You can read about horrible like stuff in Indonesia and Guatemala and all this stuff on behalf of the wealthy, on behalf of the 0.1% and all this stuff. They've done horrible things, But when people start just it's the same with Alex Jones. When people just start throwing that stuff around all the time and using it just for their own, they meet their own ends, it's just kind of offensive, and it feels like sort of an op too. It feels like you're making everybody who talks about what the CIA has actually done seem crazy, because then you kind of just get lumped in with these kooks who throw CIA out there for everything. So now it's like, I don't know, it's just compounding with that guy, like how much of a turd, how much of a just scam artist, just anything for money kind of turd that guy is. But I would recommend listening to that bit of the Sam Cedar thing, because it is just like...
RM Brown? Is this RM Brown, or am I on the light?
Nuclear Submarine. What's up? What up?
Hello. Is this me, Nuclear Submarine?
It's
Sandwich?
you. Nuclear submarine sandwich. Yes. What
It's
up?
the most amazing thing. I have like 18 delays going on. I'm sorry. I'm watching you with my sister. We're big fans.
Wow.
We are from New Jersey. We know
Ooh.
you're from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And before, before Florida was made fun of all the time, New Jersey was. So we feel your pain.
Do you feel New Jersey pride though?
All the time, always. It's the greatest place on earth. If I was still a capable person, I'd probably still live there. What's that?
You moved out. You moved out of there.
Well, yeah, we both live in Portland now because it's cheaper than anywhere in New Jersey.
What's going on in Portland? Is it fun? Is it cool?
Portland is fucking awesome, but it's getting very expensive, and it's a bit white, and the food's a bit bland.
It's pretty white. It's pretty white, huh?
It's shockingly Caucasian.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've visited Portland a bunch. It's very cool. And again, like that other guy, you know, I'm gonna ask if you'll invite me to some basement noise shows, and you'll be like, oh no, I can't, man.
I will play a personal noise show for you if you come to Portland, Oregon.
Can Zizek's band Pure Ideology play?
I was hoping they'd close. I'm not going to pretend like I can outdo the Zizek, but you know.
Oh, I love it. I love this so much. Well, nuclear submarine.
Wait, before you flush the flusher, we have one question. We seem to, me and my sister, feel like you have a very particular distaste for Marco Rubio, more than we've ever seen you have a distaste for anybody. Is there something there why you specifically hate him so much?
I mean, all those guys are pretty detestable. I mean, he's definitely one of those dudes who, you know, I mean, it's just like obvious.
Is it because he's from your home state? Like, we hate Chris Christie more than we hate most people because he's from where we're from, and he makes us all look bad. So we thought maybe that was it.
That's exactly right. It's the same kind of deal. I mean, Chris Christie's he's pretty bad too. He's pretty bad.
Christie's a piece of poop, dog.
He's a piece of turd.
He's a piece of turd. He should be flushed every day, all day.
But Marco Rubio, yeah, all those guys. Marco Rubio's one of the ones. He's just sort of like a Ted Cruz. Like they're all just kind of the same kind of idiot, you know?
Fair.
You know what I mean? Well, nuclear submarine. Let me ask you actually before you go. What is your zodiac sign, please?
Oh, this is great. My little sister loves this shit. So I am a Pisces, and she is a Gemini.
We'll do Gemini because we'll do Gemini because we already did Pisces. Have you ever been so busy that you wish you could clone yourself just to get everything done? Is that true for your sister?
I'll let her speak. Go ahead, Joel.
Well, I have ADHD, so maybe, but that might be an ADHD thing.
Oh, they got you.
Do you know your moon sign?
Yeah, definitely do. I was lying. I don't. I was lying. What even is that like another? So I would be like what? Like I would be like a Virgo and.
You have a sign for every planet.
Okay.
So you have 9 signs, or 8, depending, I guess, on.
No, there's more than 5. It's a complicated field. Just look into it.
It's a complicated, very scientific, very accurate field that has never steered it in anyone wrong.
I actually majored in zodiac, so I should know this stuff.
You're letting us all down. Listen, come to Portland. Julie will do the charts. We'll do some noise music. We'll fart on some records. It'll be great.
Hell yeah! All right, nuclear submarine sandwich. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Good guy. He's doing Portland. He's doing his living that Portland life. You know. He's definitely high on drugs. You know, that's what they do over there. People are just in the chat saying girls love astrology. Girls love astrology. So, the other thing that I wanted to review was we make a lot of fun. We haven't been making fun, but we just play. We've been playing a lot of Yoko drops, and I gotta say, I did listen to a Yoko album pretty recently, Approximate Infinite Universe, which is actually a great album. So if anybody's like, I want to check out this Screaming Lady from the Drops, listen to that one. That's I think that's my favorite of her. A lot of funky stuff going on in that album. Pretty good. Let's read some of these chats. I left Chicago 25 years ago and never looked back. You said good. You turned. You said good riddance. Piece of shit place. Very interesting. Okay. Fisher, are you there?
Make pee-pee.
Hello?
Fisher, what up?
Dude.
What up, Fish?
Portland has got me going crazy.
Oh, you live there too?
Oh my gosh. Well, I go to school here, but I
Make
just
pee-pee.
started a band and we've been performing in the Portland scene.
Oh.
So it's like all this is got me juiced to talk to the RM Brown.
Are you are you the lead singer? What's the deal here?
So it's me, my brother, my best friend, and a singer. We all kind of change instruments, but I play guitar, bass guitar, and drums.
Oh, at the same time?
Oh yeah, all at once, baby.
Hold on, we got to read this. Angel Puerto Rican Vegan Socialist says, I saw Yoko in the Village in NYC. She had a large man carrying a parasol over her while she walked 5 feet from a Rolls Royce to a 5-star restaurant. Yeah, Yoko, she's got her problemos, I would say.
Yeah. You wanna be careful walking through the streets of NYC. You might catch poor,
That's what Yoko thinks.
Exactly. That's not me, just,
That's what she was screaming about. Like a poor person tried to talk to her and she started screaming. It's actually not part of her music.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about something, RM.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So my hometown, Newberg, Oregon. Do you know about the school board and all this going on in Newberg, Oregon?
Yeah, you know what? That sounds pretty familiar, but you're gonna have to remind us all.
So I am sending you messages, but basically the Newberg school board banned political symbols in school, but they also designated Black Lives Matter and LGBT pride flags as political symbols. So BLM and pride is banned in our schools. In my hometown.
What was the impetus? Was this one of those things because, watching these demented right-wing channels like Daily Wire and all this stuff, they are actually encouraging parents to show up at these school board meetings and kind of lose their minds like they've been doing? Is that part of it, or is it just did they have some kind of problemo? What's going on?
Well, the crazy thing is, it didn't come from parents. There are a lot of crazy people in Newberg, but it came from the school board majority, who it was 4-3. They just one day randomly wrote this up, and then also a little while later, they just randomly, because they have a school board majority, just fired the superintendent, who had a contract till 2024. So they're just kind of, in the words of Tim Pool, got a flaming turd bag of flaming turds, and they're just kind of throwing it everywhere because this is going to cost the district a lot of money. But we need to deny representation for Black people and pride, LGBT.
You go in the middle of the woods.
So we should definitely spend a lot of money on that in our school district. That's what this school board is saying, and it
sounds pretty bad.
I'm glad I'm out of that town now. Yeah.
Will you maybe write a sort of political, a Pussy Riot kind of song about this with your brother band?
Oh my God. The plan is to spread good vibes and good messages. Right now, just I don't remember who was talking, but just in Philly, our shows are shut down right now because of Omicron. And, I think we should all say it incorrectly in our own different way, and mine is
Right.
Omicron.
What did that some guy who was on the Discord earlier called this something funny? I meant to write it down. I forgot.
Somebody said Omnicron.
Omnicron, yes. I meant to make fun of him for that. Thank you for catching that. Omnicron.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that Omnicron because that's he's going like an extra step. He's not getting it wrong in a simple way. He's getting it wrong in like a
Omnicron.
You know what? That might be easier to say though. Omnicron. Omnicron.
Well, before you flush me, I just wanted to read a statement from this guy Dave Brown, who is in Newburgh. He was part of the 4-person school board majority. He said, "This year has seen a precipitous drop in enrollment, resulting in 241 students below projections. Many of the parents have made the hard choice to pursue other educational avenues for their children. The cost of this is staggering, and it happens far too often. We have lost great staff members and will continue to lose staff who do not feel safe in our schools due to the political climate that exists today and has been fostered for far too long." And then I read that and I'm like, I wonder why that's happening. I wonder why there's this weird political climate and why so many people are leaving. It's weird because this guy, Dave Brown, he's like, oh man, this is so horrible. I hate that there's this political climate that has fostered all this stuff. Well, time to go to my school board meeting and ban BLM and pride flag.
Yeah, that's an interesting response there. I mean, that's a lot of these people's response. It's sort of like the, the right wing thing. I mean, a lot of it's phony baloney, but their response to like protests and riots and stuff is like, oh, this is out of control. Like there's no analysis or recognition like where that comes from. It's just like, it says something's wrong,
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And
too bad. Well, that guy seems like a real turd, in my opinion. So please write a song about it and you come perform it on this live stream, okay?
Hey, and definitely another invite to Portland if you ever come down. You will come to my noise show. It's not noise, but I will make noise.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Zizek is trying to plan a tour. So can Pure Ideology play?
Oh, baby. Well, let's do a trade. You do a show in Portland. I get to do a show in Russia.
Consider it done.
There we go.
All right, love you, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
Zizek, what does your band consist of?
Oh, it's me by myself, and I have some crap there.
What do you have?
I have a delay pedal.
Delay pedal. Okay, what else?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, so your Pure Ideology is just you with a delay pedal.
Yes. I also will make some noise with various crap. Clap my hands. I will yell at people too. If I see somebody they're not paying attention to what I'm doing up there, I will say, hey, listen, this is good crap. You need to pay attention. I will stop the show mid-crap and I will say, you need to pay closer attention. Like if someone is talking to their partner or they're trying to meet some new friends, I will say, God damn, you listen to me.
Wow, that's
yes, it's kind of stressful. It's not great.
Okay, wow. Zizek's noise band does not sound that much fun, actually. Very good, guys. I think we learned a lot about the Zodiac stuff. I mean, look, I think that stuff is kind of useful because when you meet people, or you're talking to somebody, you can just kind of pigeonhole them into that. You know what I mean? You could be like, oh, typical, here we go. Typical Virgo. Like you could just use that to kind of bother and manipulate people. You know what I mean? It's very useful. It's very useful to just give people a hard time. Let's read some of these Virgos are always the worst. I think, yeah, you know what? They really are. Ben Burgess had 300 views. We gonna beat him. I haven't watched Ben Burgess stuff in a while. I did read his book, though. Actually, over the weekend, I read the older one, Give Them an Argument. Give Them an Argument, I read. I think that stuff is considered... A lot of people are like, whatever, the logic stuff is boring, or the, debate stuff and the logical, but it's interesting. It gives you kind of frame to better understand, especially media, because you're constantly just being barraged with all these claims and arguments and stuff. It gives you a little bit of a filter. Ben Burgess was just live when you came on. You were doing better than him. Well, it is. I do consider him my enemy.
Yes, he's enemy. He's enemy. Do you want to hear some of my noise crap?
Wow, this is sort of an honor, but pure ideology.
Yes, I will do a little shit for you right now.
Wow, this is kind of a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want me to give you?
Yes, give me lead up, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, now presenting Pure Ideology.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Pure Ideology.
My God.
Yes. Pure Ideology. This is great. Thank you, that's all.
That's it.
Discipline. Oh no, now I can't get the pedal to stop.
So that's sort of a little taste of Slavoj Žižek's music. Pretty good stuff. Let's read a few more of these chats. Ben Burgess just needs to go to college campus and argue with kids like Pepino does. Yeah, I kind of more, to be honest, like, I used to kind of think debates were kind of silly and stupid because nobody really changes their mind and it devolves into shouting, especially sort of informal YouTube debates and stuff. But after reading Ben Burgess's thing, I'm kind of like, oh, this guy, there's a possibility for it to be more interesting. Oh, let's talk to some more people.
Eat Burgers, are you there? Hello? Eat Burgers.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, bro? How's it going?
It's good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great. I would be having more great time if I could have some dogs right now, but there is no craft services on this piece of crap show.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Has a Slavoj or whatever tried a burger though?
A burger, dude. This is not my area of interest. I'm more of a dog man, but I will give it a try. You think I should give this a chance with the burgers?
Definitely, dude.
Okay, it's in your... I think you are saying this because it's your name. You have some interest. You have conflict of interest, but okay.
Okay. He walked away. Sorry about that. Well, Eat Burgers, what's up with you?
The muscular class.
Not much, man. I'm kind of a little heartbroken. I thought we were on a good track,
Mm-hmm.
when you uploaded that Christmas stream to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go with the guilt trip.
But that last stream, you took it off, and it just heartbroke me.
Oh, unbelievable. Eat Burgers just comes on here to give me a hard time.
Well, you deserve it. You're doing the wrong things. You put this crap, and then you hide it behind the Patreon, you piece of crap.
Well, it's $2 to subscribe on Patreon.
Yes, but come on, you know what crap I could buy with that?
I mean, what? It's per month.
Yes, but I could buy, I could buy pack. I could buy pack of Starburst or Skittles Tropical. It's better crap.
Okay, great. So you'd rather buy candy help out a creator.
Yes. Well, you call yourself creator. I call you a doo-doo maker.
Oh, that's a great one, Slavoj.
Yes, I got you. That was improv, by the way. I did not have that written down. You know.
Okay. So yeah, now I'm getting it from every angle here. I mean,
wait, just hear me out for a sec. Hear me out.
Okay.
All right, two things. So, when, yeah, $2 isn't a lot, but like when you're in high school and you don't have a job,
You're hurting the kids.
I'm not in high school. I got a job.
Showing off. Here we go. He's showing off.
Yeah, but I never could like do Patreon back then, so.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna figure something out. Because a lot of people have been saying, get those things live. We're sick of this crap. Whatever you're doing here, we're sick of it. So I'll work on it. Eat Burgers, do you have anything else to tell us today? Besides giving me a hard time.
I love your show, man. It's the funniest show.
Love you too. Thank you. So nice.
Don't forget to Venmo me for that.
Okay. I will. Thank you, Eat Burgers. Love you. Thanks for the kind words. I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Good guy, but he's like, get those things live. Get those things live. He's a little pissed off. Let's read what National Review has to say about this just a devastating and interesting Patton Oswalt issue. National Review is like a right-wing lunatic paper, right? Oswalt betrayed a friend. We're off to a good start here. Oswalt betrayed a friend of 34 years because he was scared by the antics of a handful of crap. I mean, it's impossible, I mean, the vocal people from both sides are gonna get all worked up. It seems as if it was only 5 minutes ago that we looked to comedians to say unsayable things. This is the other thing with right-wingers. They're like, comedy can't just be comedy anymore. Comedy can't just be comedy anymore. I mean, yeah, like comedians are not, they're not policy makers or whatever. But you could still be like, I disagree with them on that. I disagree with them on that. But they're like, no. Yeah, and Patton Oswalt has really never been like, I wouldn't want him to change his comedy. There's stuff from his older comedy that I feel like would be quote unquote cancelable now, that it's just like, I honestly would just rather him just not pay attention to the media as much. You know what I mean? Today the leading stand-up comic Dave Chappelle is increasingly being treated as if he has radioactive cooties merely for expressing widely held beliefs that are falsely being painted as outrageous and indefensible by a small fringe. I love this sentence. Patton Oswalt once famously played a rat in a movie, but he has never crept so low. They're getting him on the Ratatouille thing. Patton Oswalt had played a rat in a movie, but now he's being a real rat as a friend. Nor squeak so annoyingly. That's like the lowest hanging fruit. Like bringing up the Ratatouille stuff. We knew you did the voice of a rat. We didn't know you were a rat. Ching ching. It's almost like this like National Review stuff and like the culture war stuff is like, I get the feeling that they barely believe this stuff anymore, or like can muster the enthusiasm to pretend to care about that stuff anymore. That's where you end up with these like rat jokes. In his apology / hostage confession, Oswald says, "And I'm sorry, truly sorry that I didn't consider the hurt this would cause or the depth of that hurt. People who claim anguish because Oswald continued to associate with a longtime friend who said something they didn't like are about as close to rationality as Sydney is to Saturn." Okay. "They should be ignored rather than indulged. A veteran comic ought to understand that you can't please everyone, and also that good people can and will disagree." I mean, oh, great. Yeah, I mean, look, do I think the problem is that, like, with the Dave Chappelle thing that I think people are starting to get is that, like, canceling kind of just doesn't work. You know, like, the people who should be canceled, meaning like they should kind of just, like, it's questionable whether or not they should have a platform, is like, you know, like people like Steven Crowder, like people who are spreading like dangerous, you know, like COVID misinformation and stuff, and are pushing people further outside of reality. And you know, especially with Crowder, are saying just like downright Nazi crap. But the problem is that they just like, those people just don't. Yeah, and Kissinger too. Exactly. That's even a better example. Like Henry Kissinger, like, well, what do we? Oh, he's canceled. Like, it just doesn't work. It doesn't stick to the people that it should. So it's basically only useful against like people whose entire career has been like, you know, like Patton Oswalt, who's probably kind of, you know, not perfect politics. I think he was like a Elizabeth Warren supporter or whatever, but somebody who's like way closer than the people who should be canceled. Pat, yeah, if he should be canceled for that, I don't know why they didn't work that into the National Review thing, the Star Wars filibuster. Be like, he should filibuster about how stupid he's being for being not nice to Dave Chappelle. Oh, look who we got. Look who we got. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her and you love her. Chipston.
Like, everything just... Oh, RM, I'm so sorry. My lights went out again.
You've been having power problems.
Yeah, there was like a huge snowstorm. Am I...
You're live. You're live right now.
I'm sorry, guys. I had like a whole intro and everything too. I was gonna say, Happy New Year, pendejo.
Yes, I love it. I love this. Perfect. Well, Chippy,
Do you know what that means?
Pendejo?
Yeah.
Doesn't it mean like idiot or something?
Yeah. Okay, good. I was wondering if you were just going around saying
saying it to people like just like in a friendly way. Hey, what's up, pendejo? How are you? Actually, I will start doing that.
My mom actually like loves it. I showed it to her. They're using that, and she loves it.
Oh, Chippy, what are you gonna do about this power situation? Your power keeps going off.
I don't know, but it seems to be like a Nova issue. I don't know what's going on, honestly. Like I was just telling Richard Nixon that like I was like in the middle of work. The day was going great. I was doing all my tasks.
Pendejo.
And then
Oh no. Oh no. And that's the last time we heard from Chippy. I think she can drag herself back in. Chippy, are you there?
Eat food, like heated food, and then it went out again. I don't know what's going on.
Chippy, you just got like booted from the on-air room somehow.
Oh, because my Discord just came up. My computer.
Beautiful. So your
okay,
lights...
now I probably sound better now too. Hey everybody, sorry. Don't flush me. Fuck you, Lukoff.
A lot of people are saying not only to flush you, but to ban you for some reason. That's I don't know.
Yeah, there's some guy that likes banning. I wanted to say, can I just say one message out there?
Yeah.
recently there was discrimination against men who wear flip-flops
Mm-hmm.
away from bodies of water.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, as a woman, I don't mind when men wear flip-flops away from body of waters. I think it takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence
Mhm.
as a man to
Yeah.
wear flip-flops wherever you go. And this bullying and discrimination
Mm-hmm.
that's happening against men who wear flip-flops wherever they want is bullcrap. And I just want people to put some respect on men who wear flip-flops. And also, men, don't be ashamed of your feet, you know?
Yeah.
Go to the salon and get a pedicure, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
like, expose your feet. I think it's bullshit. I want to see your feet.
Yes.
I don't have a feet fetish. Don't take it that way. Don't start sending me
Well,
feet
I
clips,
think you
but
should.
like
I think you should. I think you should take it there because it's. You never see that. You never. There's all these like, frankly, perverts, right? Who are really
Yeah.
into women's feet, but you never see. At least never publicly. You never hear like, "Oh, I'm a lady. I'm really into guys' feet." You know.
I mean,
So-
look, I appreciate a good, like, manicured male foot. I think that's attractive. I think that's great. So you
Okay.
know what?
Wow.
If that gets more men out there getting petties,
Mhm.
I'm in. I'm in.
All right.
That's all I wanted to say. And yes, I will be running on a free male feet platform in 2024 for president.
Oh, that's pretty good. You get like a voucher or something.
Yeah.
Is it? You should means test it too. Like they have to check out your feet. If your feet are like in really bad shape, then you get the manicure or the pedicure voucher.
Yes.
All right. I love it. I love it.
Alrighty.
All right, Chippy. I hope that power stabilizes so you can have power. You know.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to freeze to death here.
All right. Well, let's keep in touch so we can know you're alive. Okay, Chip.
Alrighty.
Bye bye. Oh, good to hear from Chip. Hopefully she does not die and freeze to death. You know? That's all I'm saying.
Pendejo.
Let's read some more of these. What are these people doing in these chat? H3 had a guest on H3 had a guest on that has a foot fetish website. All men. Yeah, but I'm interested in meeting the like. Well, apparently Chippy's normalizing this. You know, she's telling people don't be ashamed. You know, of finding men's feet attractive. Petties feel so good. You know what? Like I've never done that, but my problem with a pedicure is that it feels too sort of like king and queen, like rub my feet, slave. Like there's a little, because I would be saying that. I would feel the need to be like, do better, slave. Like I would keep saying slave, and they'd be like, sir, can you stop yelling slave? You know what I mean? But I don't know, that's the feeling I get from it, is just that it's a little bit, there's a little peasant, feudal lord aspect to it that Aaron Brown, I know where the craziest foot parties go down. Ooh, pervert alert. Pervert alert.
Perverts. Perverts.
What a pervert. I may just never come back. What a pervert.
Oh man, no, my feet are pretty weird. You know, one thing I want to talk about is I was kind of thinking, you know, I did want to talk about New Year's resolutions, and I think mine was going to be just to not drink alcohol, like maybe not drink any alcohol for a year, you know? And it got me thinking back, and I don't know if you guys have this. I should have brought this up as a topic, like first time drinking. Like I thought back to my first time drinking alcohol, and I was thinking like growing up where I grew up, there were like two gas stations, two like convenience stores that would just sell alcohol to children. And I was just thinking back. There's so much from my youth, that just doesn't add up and doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, why would these places sell alcohol to kids? There's nothing. First of all, kids don't have enough money to buy expensive crap, so it's not a money thing. And it's you could get busted. You could go to jail for it, you know? So why would they do this? The only thing I could come up with is it's some sort of philosophy, some sort of philosophical thing of they're like, these kids deserve to drink. These kids deserve to drink. I'm liberating them, or something. You know what I mean? And me and my friend, teenagers, got this, like, I can't even remember. It was one of those horrible, like, just mostly sugar, like, gas station drinks. And we went downtown just to, like, the last place you would want to drink, this, like, downtown business district. And there was this like guy and girl. They were clearly like office, they were having like a work meeting, like out, just like sitting at this like bench. And they were just kind of like there, like both in like, business attire, work clothes. And my friend, already kind of like completely buzzed, if not like totally drunk from this horrible crap. He yells at them. He goes, "You just want us to leave so you can make out." Like really, really loud. And they both looked at us. And I was like, oh boy. It was my first little peek into like, ooh, some people really change when they drink alcohol. Because he was just the whole day doing stuff like that. And then he was like, there was this girl who he went to school with named Monica. He's like, "We're going to Monica's house." And then he just like, was just like demanding that this girl Monica like let us in her house. And she was like, "You're drunk." It's like, oh boy, it ended up fine. Like, she came out and we hung out. It was fine. There was no weird, crazy thing, but it was just like, oh boy, like this is, yeah, I would say you're right, Elgin. Like, wow, some people shouldn't drink. Some people just gets into Jekyll and Hyde mode. But I just love that. These two people who are literally just like having some kind of business conversation. Some kid yells at them, "You just want us to leave so you can make out." They just look over, they're like, "What?" So, yeah, drinking, something that I'm gonna try. I haven't been doing it that much during pandemic, but maybe just be one of those people who's like, I'm straight edging, I'm going straight edge. Okay, let's talk to. We got a few more people. Rick Nixon, are you there? Sorry, you've been waiting a long time.
My brain is still in recovery mode.
What up, Rick?
I had some other things, so we'll get to that. But
let's hear it.
Unlike Chippy, I do have power.
Whoa!
Because I'm also in Nova right now. Nova gang.
You are? How? So what's going on? How come she has power and you don't? Are you in some weird generator situation, or are you in a?
Oh no, we live in different parts of the DC suburban hellscape.
Man,
she's in a different neighborhood, and this is all like trees out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they leave just enough trees that you can't see the next cul-de-sac over. So it's just trees falling on power lines. But at least we're both not in Stafford, because they've got no power and no water over there.
Oh, no power, no water. Could you imagine?
Oh, I could easily imagine, because I lived in the Texas freeze, friendo.
Me too. That was horrible. The Texas freeze really did. It gave me a little peek. Gave a lot of us. I mean, well, some people died during that, but for those of us,
there was definitely less of my usual homeless people I saw in Galveston afterwards. Like,
oh yeah. But it gave, for those of us who survived, it gave us a real peek into, like, you know, it really felt apocalyptic, you know, just like everything's dark.
Yeah, some Blade Runner 2049 shit up in that piece.
Yeah, it's very much so. Very much so. It was just like a peek into like, oh, this is what happens when like kind of like civilization falls apart. It's just like these empty streets and like, you know, dark, everything's dark. Very creepy. Very creepy.
I was telling to move on to the next thing in a second. The phrase that stuck with all my friends because I wouldn't shut up about it is saying, "Oh, guys, this is just like Frostpunk, blah blah blah."
Frostpunk?
It's this Victorian city builder game where it's like an alternate history that like Krakatoa was a bigger explosion and like started a new ice age. And then it's just like we have to not freeze to death while also dealing with workers' rights and all that crap.
Yeah,
so it's pretty fun. But
that's cool. It's called Snowpunk?
Frostpunk.
Oh, Frostpunk. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'll check it out. Frostpunk.
Okay. All right. Don't come
Can I
out
get
yet.
this on Steam?
Yes, it is. It's mostly on Steam.
All right. I'll check it out.
Okay. Big news. We finally got him. We got Ghislaine. We got Ghislaine.
We got her, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We got her.
We got her.
We got her. But that's why I wanted to read that thing about Prince Andrew, because it's like he's one of
Randy
the like
Andy?
Randy Andy. He's one of the guys that's like, it's just like, man, you are it. I mean, this is always the thing. You know, I was talking in the Patreon about the Dulles brothers and the JFK assassination, all this stuff. Like, if you're wealthy enough, I mean, that's the whole story of the Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein thing is like, if you're wealthy, you get away with just a murder, basically.
Yeah. What's funny though is like Prince Andrew's been like the public fuck up for at least 50 years,
right?
In British royalty,
yeah.
Like everyone knows he got up to some freaky shit, but it never came out because what's her name? The old lady, Betty White or something, was always like, blah, 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 blah. So
wait, we do have to say rest in peace to Betty White too.
Oh yeah, no, true legend. We were this close to getting Betty White a century of being older than sliced bread.
Exactly. Richard Nixon. A lot of people in the chat are going off on drinking and being sober and all this stuff. What's your thing about this? Do you remember your first drinking experience or any of this?
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
It was my aunt's wedding, and I was they use the same glass like lowball cups for most drinks, so I was drinking a Sprite.
Okay.
And
bye.
The waiter had come and taken my glass away, and then it's like 20 minutes, whatever. I look over and it's like, oh, it's another glass of a clear drink there, same glass, everything, where it was before. I thought that they came back and gave me another one. I take a big swig of it, and I do one of those like 2000 sitcom spit takes because it was just straight tequila.
Oof.
And I was like 10 when this happened. So it was very fun.
Tequila's a rough one. Tequila's a really rough one. Oh boy. Well, that's pretty good. That's like a sweet one. That's like a good one to be like at some kind of family thing and like you're like, oh, my first experience with alcohol is that way. That's a pretty good one, I would say. Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
Rick.
I want to state for the record, I am an Aquarius.
Oh, let's look up. Hold on. Please hold. We should get this down. Like everybody, I feel like everybody should memorize this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's your full name, your pronouns, your zodiac sign. That's the new normalized.
Oh my God! Like at a DSA meeting, I'll be like, this would be me. It would be. Yeah, my name's R.M. Brown. He, him, and Aquarius, which is despite the aqua in its name, Aquarius is actually the last. Like you have to say the entire summary of your sign. Okay, let's.
Also, you're the horse, so
yes, you have
do
to
with that what you will, ladies.
You have to do all the moons and all that stuff. Despite
in all the different zodiacs.
Yes. Despite the aqua in its name, Aquarius is actually the last air sign of the zodiac. Okay, nobody knows what that means, and I'm no exception. Innovative.
They just make it up.
If they just make it up.
Go.
Check this out, Rick. Listen to this. This is pretty impressive. Innovative, progressive, and shamelessly revolutionary.
Oh,
party.
Depending.
Wow, that's a really good one.
Wow.
Before I thought zodiacs were just silly star numbers, but now that it's correct, I don't know. I guess I got to get into crystals now.
Well, a lot of these perverts in the chat went directly to when I started talking about this. I was like, this is just a good thing to have in your back pocket, right? If you're out somewhere, you're talking to people, you just somehow this comes up, you'll be like, oh yeah, you're very revolutionary and innovative. It's sort of a cute, fun thing. It can be, But all these preverts, these pervisons in the chat are like, I'm gonna get babes using this. They're going right to that. So I feel like maybe you could say that to a babe. You could say, I'm innovative, progressive, and shamelessly revolutionary.
Oh no, but you gotta say it like it's your intro on a bad network romance show.
Yes.
With the cuts where you're spinning or something, whatever that is,
And shamelessly revolutionary, it's Rick Nixon. You know what? I read it wrong. It says shamefully revolutionary. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Shamelessly. Aquarius is. We should have done this for the Toilerette to see if the signs match up. Aquarius.
That was something I talked with Chip about, but let's not bring that up because the Toilerette was literally 6 months ago, and it does not matter anymore.
You're right. We all got to move on. Aquarius is represented.
When's season 2?
Oh yeah, we do need to do. We're gonna do this on the stream. We're gonna connect people. We're gonna connect people for.
I nominate that we do the Toiler, and we have Donovan be the guy.
Oh, Donovan would be a good guy. Donovan's a little bit
first
like
age check him because I don't remember if he's 18 or not.
if there's one in here that's mischievous, because he seems like a bit of a troublemaker. I could see him cheating.
He's a little trickster.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who figures out in school how to cheat on tests and do all this stuff, this sick stuff that he does. Aquarius is represented by the water bearer, the mystical healer who bestows water or life upon the land. Wow, Rick, that's pretty good.
It does work for my whole I'm an environmentalist angle, but it could also just mean in climate change, I'm the guy that has to carry the water jugs. I don't know.
Yeah, like in the Mad Max world. Accordingly,
I just get to inhale the spray paint like everybody else.
Yes, exactly. Accordingly, Aquarius is the most humanitarian astrological sign. At the end of the day, Aquarius is dedicated to making the world a better place. Wow. Rick, that sounds a lot like the real Richard Nixon as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my best friend, Henry Kissinger.
Oh, that's a real one. A lot of people call him a real one.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Well,
everyone in Latin America and sub-Saharan Africa just loves that guy.
He's a good guy. He's a classic nice guy. We're all proud of him. Rick Nixon, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Good guy, that Rick Nixon. Good guy, that Rick. I don't know. It could be. It's I'm gonna say that it's charming. I'll fall on the side that it's charming to you ask somebody their birthday. You can't. The problem is if you're just talking to somebody. And you're just like, what's your zodiac? That's like old school pervert stuff. But if you're somebody's birthday comes up, it's kind of, I find it kind of charming when people say stuff to me like that, They're like, oh, you're this and that. It's like, let's see what the chat's on about. Ask people what music they listen to. Yeah, that's a good one too. You just work in the Zodiac thing. They're like, oh, I like this band. You're like, typical Sagittarius. Always listening to Taylor Swift or whatever crap. Ooh, guys. Coming toward the... Oh, I forgot about J-Bone. J-Bone, you're next. Oh, we'll do rapid fire. So your name is My Little Sister equals talk to you? Hello?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes, what's happening? What's up? Welcome to the show.
No, it's not. Yes, I can hear you. What's going on?
Hi, this is do you remember talking to a sister and brother before?
Oh, now you're back. Taking up
Yeah,
more
I just
airtime. No, just kidding.
I just needed to put something on the record. I know that the moon is not a planet. Someone said that after I said that in the chat that the moon was not a planet.
You know, I appreciate this correction, but Chippy has already formed a ban on you. So
oh no.
I'm so sorry, but if you get planetary things wrong, Chippy, she has no choice. Her hands are tied on this one. You are permabanned. I'm so sorry.
We understand the permaban, but we also need to know about your love of Taylor Swift. We see that you are a Swiftie, sir.
I'm a bit of a Swiftie, you know? How could you not like her? You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I remember I saw this clip of Dr. Phil like years ago where he got some, you know, like Dr. Phil just digs up these lunatics to make fun of on his show. And there was this guy who Dr. Phil found to exploit on his show who he was this guy who was basically saying like, he's like, I'm going to marry Taylor. He's like an adult. And he was just like, I'm going to marry Taylor Swift. I know that when she meets me, we're soulmates. And Dr. Phil was like, now you got to know that that's not realistic and all this stuff. But then at one point, the guy's like, the guy says something about Taylor Swift. And then Dr. Phil goes, well, I know Taylor. And she wouldn't like you. Like he started showing off that he knows Taylor Swift. And it's like, dude, you're worse. You're even worse than this delusional guy. You know, because you have this poor guy on your show to exploit him because he's like a kook. And then you're like name dropping Taylor Swift. You idiot. You creep. Anyway, sorry, little sister.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The only other thing they have, if you have the time, Mr. Arun, is do you have any kitty cats?
You know what? I have had cats in the past. I had a cat a couple of years ago that got sick and died. That's pretty sad, but no, I don't have any animals right now. Do you guys have animals?
I have 3 cats with my girlfriend, one of which is blind. He's a cute little angel Boots.
Oh, nice. Does your sister help take care of these little rats or no?
Well, actually, when me and the old ball and chain, just kidding. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But you know, you gotta hashtag make jokes, right?
Very nice.
Anyway, so when we go out of town, my little sister takes care of the cats.
Oh, very nice. This is a very sweet brother-sister duo. I think you guys are the new stars of this program, and it's good to talk to you. Come back soon. I will try to reverse that permaban.
We appreciate anything you can do. Much love.
All right, love you. Bye, guys. I'll see what I can do. You know, I'll have to slip. It's definitely. This is what when I asked Chippy to do. You know, like she does a lot of this stuff in Discord. And I'm like, can we, you know, like unban this person? She's like, I don't know. My mind would be changed on that one if I had like $25. Like she says stuff like that, and it's just like, man, you know. I'm like, Chippy, something's wrong with the on-air chat room. You know, like, do you know why it's not working? And then she'll be like, well, I could take a look at it. But I would be a lot more motivated if I had, you know. Yeah, the Moon. That's true. There's a band called the Moon Duo, right? Did I make that up? This is what they sound like.
Able to go get a test done, and part of it is the speed or turnaround time of the data in the context of.
Moon Duo is just Elizabeth Holmes talking, but the audio is really low on that. I don't know why. Let's look this up. Moon duo. Right? Yeah. Let's hear what they sound like. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're listening to KEXP.
Pretty good.
What? Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared. Keep that little slut.
What a pervert. What a pervert. I know you never come back.
Perverts. It means these people are perverts.
Love it. Moon duo. That's what we'll call the brother and sister, the moon duo. Lukov says, Hey Moon is a fantastic song by John Mouse. Hope he's not a Nazi. I do really like John Mouse, so it's kind of disappointing. There's that Ariel Pink interview with Tucker Carlson where he's just like, they're like, people are mad at you because you were at a Trump rally, and Ariel Pink's just like, he's like, I just wanted to go see our president. I just wanted to go to the rally, see our president. I mean, imagine thinking of like the Trump, like whenever that happened, 2019 or 18, just like that Trump is like it's the same kind of thing as like with JFK, like where people are just like, oh, I just wanted to go wave. He's the president. I just wanted to go wave at him, but it's Trump. I don't know. Something pretty good about that. I'm sorry, but the moon duo, that's the moon siblings. The word siblings is too much, too hard. So they're the moon duo. If anybody can remember that. If they're listening, guys, you are the moon duo from now on.
I'm calling bluff.
CK Louie, the comedian. CK Louie. CK Louie.
That is my own sperm.
All right, guys, we're wrapping it up. Speaking of, it's the same. I was actually thinking of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the Wizard Lizard, listening to this Moon Duo stuff. Yeah, I do like it. And of course, the Moon Duo. And of course, like Can and all that stuff. Let's read a few more chats. Oh, J-Bone, sorry, I forgot. Bone, are you there?
Here we go.
Bone, what up, Bone?
Yo, let's
what
talk.
Up, Bone? What up, Bone? Bone in the house.
That is my own sperm.
Let's talk moon music.
Moon? You like moon? You like that moon music?
Have you ever heard of what is it? Moon Safari by Air. They're like an old French.
Mm-hmm.
Slow, EDM band.
Yeah, Playground Love, right?
Oh, there's so many good songs from that album.
Moon Safari is that Moon Safari is a good one.
How you doing, Aaron? You all right?
I'm doing pretty good. Jay. Well, I'm doing good now that I'm talking to J-Bone.
Zodiac. Capricorn.
Oh yeah, what? You're a Capricorn.
That is what happens when a goat has sex with a mermaid.
All right, let's check you out. Right here. I got you covered. What is It says, what is the most valuable resource? Oh, your birthday's, you had a birthday recently.
The muscular
class. It's coming.
All right, we're gonna have something special for your birthday, J-Bone. Okay. You got a problem with that?
Nope.
Okay. All right. What is the most valuable resource for Capricorn? The answer is clear. Time. That's literally that one is a little bit too. Come on. Capricorn is climbing the mountain straight to the top. Oh, so basically they're saying you don't have time for no bullshit. Is that true?
Yeah, time is my curse.
So you're kind of over it. You're not dealing with any crap. Is that true? You kind of I get that vibe from you.
RM, you're turning me into Nancy Reagan here. I don't want to hear this.
The throat, aka the throat goat. You know what I was thinking? Like, I never heard people rhyming goat with something like the throat goat, but there's so many things you could rhyme it with. Like if somebody has like, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. So somebody's got a nice coat. You go, ooh, it's the coat goat. You know what I mean? Or you're in the pool with somebody and they're like, they're like just on the top of the water there. They take a deep breath and they're just like on the top. You're like, ooh, it's the float goat.
It's the float natty ice six pack.
Yep. Okay. I like it. All right, hold on here. Capricorn is climbing the mountain straight to the top and knows that patience, perseverance, and dedication is the only way to scale. The last earth sign of the zodiac, Capricorn, is represented by this. I can't believe this. The sea goat.
It's a goat and a mermaid. I told you. It's something.
Oh boy. A mythological creature with the body of a goat and the tail of a fish. Wow. You might have the coolest one. That's a crazy creature.
It's pretty badass.
All right. Well,
swim like from the Little Mermaid. You're like from Dragnet featuring Tom Hanks and Daniel Aykroyd, 1988 picture where they dance in the devil skins. Have you ever seen that movie, Dragnet, 1988?
Yeah, I have seen. Not a long time, but I have seen that. That is a good movie. It's a good movie. You know what I watched recently because I went home. I don't have what do you call cable TV? Like real TV. So my parents have it, and I watched the first Naked Gun movie, and I was like, God, the Naked Gun movies are so good.
I saw that in the theater with my father. It was like 1988. I was like 10. He was like 40, 50, and he got all the adult jokes, and I got all the simple jokes.
Right. Because there's a good mixture. If you're a kid, you're gonna laugh when he's like dunking his hand in the fish tank, and all that stuff. You're like,
That's a classic, though.
That's a classic.
I like the last scene where the guy does like the watch shocker, and the antagonist falls over like 3 railings of the stadium.
Well, then like the marching band goes over him, and then like a truck goes over him, and all that stuff.
Steamroller. Boom, 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 boom. That's a classic movie, man.
That's a classic. And if anybody hasn't seen the Naked Gun movies, for God's sake, go watch them, you pieces of turd, you.
The Chuckle Brothers?
The Chuckle Brothers?
The Zucker Brothers, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't remember who made those. But all right, J-Bone, you got anything else, or are you getting a flusheroonie?
I'm out.
All right.
Thanks for everything, man.
Happy early birthday, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad the algorithm brought me your way this year. It's been great. Great community. Thanks a lot, bud.
That's so kind of you to say. Bye, J-Bone. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Good guy right there. Oh, well. Oh, no. Now I moved the chat all around. All right, guys. Oh, I meant to answer this. Somebody said, do you read Parenti? I love Parenti. Mikey Parenti, some people call him. I actually over the break, I reread Black Shirts and Reds, which is a really interesting. It's a interesting way that book is sort of structured, because it starts off, you think it's just going to be sort of a history book, but he really goes into sort of like what would you call it, like politics 101 sort of. And he talks about the Soviet Union, and he talks about sort of Red Scare and propaganda. And I can't remember if it's in that book, but he talks about something that I really would like to see a series on. You guys tell me if this would be, I mean, why hasn't this existed as like a prestige drama or like an action drama or something? Wait, hold on, I gotta read this. Mike Parenti audio clips are the beginning of a handful of choking victim songs on their only album. Wow, that's pretty good. That's sort of like the... Who would have like Noam Chomsky come out before they would do? Was it like Rage Against the Machine? Parenti is the throat goat. Yeah, because he talks through his throat. But anyway, the prestige series that I would like to see is where Italian communists would be like the main characters, and they're basically fighting fascists. I think it was the Italian communists who they literally had like an organization or a division or whatever called something like the illegal activities department or something, and they would basically just like, you know, like fight fascists. And I was like, what a perfect, I mean, what a series or a movie that writes itself, if it already hasn't been done well, you know. But you know, you have all these kind of underground, you know, this basically like these underground fascist fighters with guns and bombs and doing all this crap. It would be amazing. But yeah, Parenti, great. One of the most Italian guys ever, right? Like, he literally looks like Super Mario. But I'm not one to talk. But he's man, I love Michael Parenti. Yesterday was my birthday. Can I get a Yoko before you shut it down? Absolutely, NC. Of course. Actually, let's see if we can do this. Hold on. It's your birthday.
That is my own sperm.
CK Louis, the comedian.
Okay, just a few more chats, and then we will get the mother effing F out of here and be back next week with some more. Robert De Niro was in an Italian communist film that was removed from theaters and banned. You're lying your ass off. Let me look this up, you piece of turd, you. Kambiko or whatever your name is. Robert De Niro banned communist film. Let's see. I think you might be full of crap on this one. Oh, Guilty by Suspicion. That's not banned, though. Or maybe it was banned. When director David Merrill, Robert De Niro, returns to the United States from Paris, he is called before the House Un-American Activities Committee. You know what? That's weird because I know of this movie, but I've never, from 91, I've never, like, taken the time to watch it. Because I'm too busy watching Madonna movies. Like Desperately Seeking Susan. Though he is not a communist, he refuses to cooperate in order to protect his friend, screenwriter Bonnie Baxter. Merrill faces severe repercussions, however, and is blacklisted. Okay, so this is sort of during the blacklist era. I'm thinking more of like the rise. I think what Parenti's talking about is more of like the rise of Italian fascism and the underground fight, illegal, shooting and bombing and all that stuff. That'd be like such a great action thing, you know? Who would play Tony? I call him Tony Gramsci. Who would play Antonio Gramsci? I'll kick this to the chat. What if it's like they get like what if they get like what's the dude from I always blank on people's names on this thing, but the dude from Don't Look Up. I mean, I literally just said his name. What's wrong with me? Stupid. I'm actually just gonna look this up. I literally just said Jonah Hill. What's wrong with me? Like Jonah Hill plays Antonio Gramsci. Rick Moranis, yeah, that's kind of the Danny DeVito. Oh my god. And Danny DeVito as Antonio Gramsci. But he's just acting the way he does in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like he's just acting like a turd. But he's like, yeah, I'm Antonio. Yeah, Chris Pratt. And Chris Pratt as Antonio Gramsci or Jack Black. Oh, man. This is so good. Steven Seagal, yeah, great. Well, guys, there we go. That's my idea. That's my idea for a show to have a period drama with lots of action and shooting and bombing, and then either Danny DeVito or Chris Pratt, Andy Milonakis, and starring Andy Milonakis as Antonio Gramsci. Yeah, maybe they'll hire me to do it. I have the Gramsci hair. All right, guys. Well, this was a very laid back. I've been doing these kind of laid back streams, but in the future, I think I got some more serious stuff planned. So thank you, Nick Cage. I mean,
Bed made of money. Bed made of money. Bed made of money.
All right, guys. Well, I am going to go to Burger King because I want one of those Impossible burgers. So I will talk to you guys later. How much? Maybe we'll read like one or two more chats. Thanks, stay laid back. Bed made of money. Or somebody says Rick Nixon says go to Whataburger. It's always the problem with Whataburger is there was always a line out like into the street. Who would play? Who would play if we were doing like a Russian Revolution thing? Who would play Trotsky? Same, probably similar guys, right? Just Chris Pratt again. All right, guys. Look at the green room. Oh, okay, we'll do one last chat and then that's it. Nitro, hello.
Hey, RM, how's it going?
Wait, you sound just like the Deacons.
It's the Deacons again. You have Deacons kind of voice.
You have a
no.
You have a Deacons-esque voice. Well, what's up, Nitro?
Well, I hate to hold you back from Burger King here.
No problem.
I'll be quick. I'm the guy that ran for school board that was hitting you up.
Oh, right. What happened? That already happened, right?
Yeah, that was in November.
Oh, that happened. Okay, that happened a while ago. Well, what up with you? And it didn't work out. You were not elected. You were not elected. No. They elected some lunatic, probably, right?
A slate of lunatics, actually.
Because a lot of these parents are lunatics, and they're like, I want my voice heard as a member of the lunatic community.
We have a hell of a one out here. I'm actually in Beaubert country of all places.
Beaubert, Beaubois.
Yeah, Our Lady.
Oh.
The best part actually came. So I'm still doing some work with the district and stuff, being a rebel rouser as best I can. Mm-hmm. There's this old ass guy who's like running this conservative group. He ran the slate, and he was getting pissed off at this coffee with the board. And he's like, I'm tired of these surveys asking if my kid is transgender and this CRT. And this lady turned to him and was like, what's CRT? He's like, I don't give a shit what CRT is.
Those videos are always funny where it's like, they're like, can you define that? And they're like, I don't know. That's just what I don't like it.
I hate it. I hate it
with every fiber of my being. What is it? It's just one of those things where it's like you can project all your anger into it. I mean, it's like it's so textbook, political, political scam.
Right. The greatest boogeyman of all time.
Right, like it's the same kind of Cold War crap. It's what they do with China is too. It's like, hey, all your problems that are purely local and domestic. Project those on things that you don't even know how to define, and then China. There you go.
Together. Yeah.
Well, are you disappointed about this loss?
It was actually closer than I thought. I got about 48%. So I was kind of happy with that. Met some cool people, had some great conversations around CRT and trying to define it for people. But, I'm still in the fight, man. I was watching your videos during the campaign, loved it, kept me going.
Thanks.
Kept me laughing.
Is the school board devolving into that kind of madness?
It's insane. We're looking to hire a new law firm that works exclusively with churches.
Oh, good.
And will then represent our school district now. So I'm loving that a lot. And what else is going on? Yeah, we're gonna start with prayers now too. Every council meeting with a quick prayer.
Okay. All right. Is this like what would you call it? Like a non-denominational? Is it just like, or are they going to be like, in Jesus, Lord, please?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, we had like 250 people at the last board meeting. They're getting huge, and some guy started the All Father as his public comment.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 200 people started repeating it, and all the board members, new ones, bowed their head, and I was like, oh my God. I just turned to my wife. I'm like, this is Gilead. Like we're here, man. We've done it. We've done it.
Fully in it. The new picnic in the chat says Dr. Stefan Lanka. That's the dude. That's the are you aware? Are you aware? Dr. Stefan Lanka. Are you aware? Doctor, I gotta look up this Dr. Stefan Lanka. I bet he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he's pretty cool.
No, he's awesome, I'm sure he's great. I wanted to say thank you again, RM. I know you got to go get the Impossible Burger. I started reading Dawn of Everything. Fantastic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. It can be a difficult read at times, but it's pretty interesting. It's definitely like you can feel David Graeber's his the way that he sees the world through it, or what he's going for and how it kind of like supports, that what blows my mind about that book actually is that we do accept narrative. Like a lot of what we believe about ancient history, especially, are narratives that people use to support this is just the way it is kind of thing. Right. And that's the great thing about that book is there is no this is the way it is. This is the way a society should be organized. This is the way power should be distributed. It doesn't exist. It's all political.
Right. Yeah, it's to keep power over the masses.
Totally. I think it's great. I think it's great for that.
Yeah. No, I have one more thing.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I love Squid Game. I loved your review of Squid Game. I was trying to find all my friends to talk about it. Nobody talked about it. But the game, not the game. Well, he's kind of like the game runner, the guy with the silver mask.
Yeah.
Does he I think to me, he represents the working class that made it. He actually believes that Squid Game is real and fair because he won. Right. And so he's kind of representative of like people that have come up from the bottom and are in positions of power. Like, no, I did it for me. Do it yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe that I got. Maybe he's like a professional managerial class type.
Right.
Definitely from the, if you read Fear of Falling or those books where, Barbara Ehrenreich talks about how like professional managerial people, and I think that this is true. I think this might be a little bit of a simplification, but basically she says that like, there's this group of people, professional managerial people who they have like a class position that's based on accreditation. Like, I went to college, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I did this. And then it sort of traps them in this weird way where they need their kids to like not drop out of that class. That's where like the fear of falling thing comes from, is they're like in this group and they're afraid of falling down into the quote unquote lower class. So like, yeah, I think you could apply that to that guy, and that he did work himself into this position through accreditation. Basically, he survived, and so he's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck in this system that like he's doing well in, but in the end, kind of like destroys him too.
Right. Yeah, where he shoots his own brother. Woo! Yeah.
Shooting his own brother would totally go along with that little theme too. Yeah.
And I watched Hellbound. You see that? It's on Netflix too.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
It was pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good critique.
Have you watched this great new movie called Desperately Seeking Susan, starring Madonna?
No, I haven't had to play it yet. I need to still see Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man, dude.
The new Tobey Maguire movie, Spider-Man. What is it called? Return to Home or whatever?
No Way Home, I think.
No Way Home. All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
awesome.
Nitro, I love you. Great talking to you. Will you come back?
Of course. I'm looking forward to it.
Swear to Christ?
Yeah, I swear to Christ. Father, be thy name. Yep, I'll be right here.
Much like the prayers at the beginning of the school meetings, you must give your allegiance to Christ on this one.
That's right. Hey, are you having a show Wednesday, or you said next week?
I think I'm just gonna do Mondays because I have a plan for the live shows. I want them to be a little more formal, maybe, but until that happens, I think I'm just gonna do Monday.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Bye, buddy.
Monday.
Oops, I pre-flushed him. Stevie? Somebody says Stevie in the thing. Stevie? 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 I'm not sure what that was. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And, oh man, there's so many chats that I wanted to get back to. Somebody was saying some weird thing that David Graeber said, but I forgot. But guys, love you so much. And I will talk to you next week